All right, fam, this is your brother Assad, and I'm back in the truck again today. I just wanted to show you some other parts of New Orleans, so this will really be a quick video. I think I'm going to take you guys through the drive-through banking. So first, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new videos, as well as shout out to my South African family for all the love and support that you guys have given this channel. Third thing, Sunday, January 9th at 6 p.m. South African time. This Sunday, 6 p.m. South African time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in the United States. We will have the first South African-American dialogue of 2022, and this time is centered on mental health. We have two clinical psychologists, one from the United States, one from South Africa, to discuss mental health, the stigma, the stress related to like post-apartheid, post-traumatic slave disorder, post-Jim Crow, as well as ways in which the two communities can find synergy and work together. So with that being said, let's go and take a little ride. All right, so we are going to ride through my neighborhood just a little bit and show you. I know you guys were saying, you know, so see, these are the houses, you know, these are brick. These houses are wood framed, but they have brick around the entire wooden frame, right? So, and as you get deeper into this neighborhood, you know, we live on the poor side. As you get deeper into the neighborhood, the houses get a little bit bigger, and once they get around the lake area, then they're pretty huge. That natural levee, directly on the other side of that levee is a whole bunch of water. It's Lake Pontchartrain. All right, so these are some of the other homes around the world. Oh, well, come on, man. Got to make sure I don't tear up anything while I'm trying to show you guys this stuff. All right, these are lakefront homes, right? And let me see if I can get you a good couple of shots of these. I see a car coming behind me, so I'm going to get over on this side, let them kind of go around. So again, these are some of the more expensive homes in the city of New Orleans. They're right on the lake. Walk outside their backyard, walk up the levee, and they are on the lake. So that's the water. Let's see. Remember we were riding just now? So that is the water. That's what our entire city is surrounded by. A whole bunch of water. And as you can see, people go to the lake and kind of fish, hang out, exercise. A lot of people run up and down these levees. It's great cardio exercise. It's like those hills in Johannesburg, but not quite as big, right? All right, family. This is me turning into, always remember the streets are bad, a drive-through bank. So this bank is named Chase, and it's 7:42 in the morning. So it's closed, but I will give you a little taste. And I think this bank has gone, see, I see all ATMs. See those machines right there? Boom, 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 those ATM machines. So, and if you see, you wonder how this works. See that camera right there at the top of your screen? Boom, right there. Yeah, they're everywhere. See that, I'll get a little closer. And make sure I'm not tearing up my truck here, because, you know, big truck. There's another camera right there. But you see that window over there that says 24/7 convenience or whatever have you, right? You used to be able to come and drive up here, and you see where these holes are? There used to be like little tubes that came down to your car, and you could put your check or your cash in the little tube, and it would shoot up and go to the lady sitting behind that window right there. And she would deposit your check for you and then send you your deposit slip back through the little chute. That's the Superdome. and next to it is the mini dome, and that's where the Superdome is, where the Saints play, and I think it holds about 68 to 70,000 people. All right, so family, we are now headed into the downtown Central Business District area. Let me put my seatbelt on, y'all, because I am breaking the law. Didn't realize I was out here riding dirty. All right. So yes, the Central Business District. Now, most of these buildings that you're going to see downtown here will be some sort of hotel, because again, we're a tourist city, and that means you need some hotels. Alrighty. So this is where, if you work down here, like if you work at the hotels and live in the city and live in New Orleans, that's one thing. For the most part, New Orleanians really don't come to, well, let me not say that. There's some things, I just saw the Joy Theater. Like we may come to the Joy, catch a concert, catch a show or something like that. But typically just to hang out, it's really going to be a whole lot of tourists. Keep in mind, it's a little, let me get across this light. Yeah. So right there you have, right here, you have people at the bus stop. Well, no, I'm sorry, the trolley stop. So the trolley is a streetcar kind of, think of the caboose of a train. So most of the buildings here, like I said, are hotels. That's the Ritz-Carlton. I think the Four Seasons is up there. If you look in the sky, you'll see, you know, the Sheraton is a hotel, the Marriott is a hotel. Yeah. And this is Armstrong Park, named after Louis Satchmo Armstrong, New Orleans' most famous son, arguably the greatest jazz musician of his time, or of all time. And now we are headed into Congo Square. Here's some plaques, Roots of Music, Louis Armstrong Park. All right, but now we're going to get into Congo Square. Some stuff you get to see. All right, so you can see that is a replica of what we call a second line band, street parades. And we still do street parades every Sunday in New Orleans. People take out to the street, and the reason why it's called the second line, let's go back. The reason why it's called the second line is because the band is the first line, and the people that are following the band, the street people, are the second line. Here we go. Look at that. Our ancestors. And I want you to notice there's a reason why this woman is here. You see, she looks unlike everyone else. She has these Indian, Native American type features. It's because even before the Africans arrived, Congo Square was considered sacred ground. All right, so here we go. We'll read this. During the late 17th century, as well as the 18th century, slaves gathered at Congo Square on Sundays and sang, danced, drummed in authentic West African style. This rich legacy of African celebration is the foundation of New Orleans' unique musical traditions, including jazz. And you got the tourist out here learning about Congo Square, you know. And this is Congo Square. And on Sundays, this place is filled with people drumming, dancing, African rituals. You see the brother right there with his drum. Look.
1740, our ancestors were allowed to come here through the French. Bambula, Kalinda, Congo, West African blues. Every form of music started right here. In 1740, a gentleman came here and painted a picture. In the picture, you'll see a tree. This same tree is this big, massive tree 250 years later.
Wow.
Also, you see the picture of the St. Louis Cathedral.
The picture's right there in the background, yeah.
You see the pink house. The pink house is there.
Wow.
What you don't see anymore is the protective wall of the city of New Orleans from the Indians. So Africans were allowed to come just outside of the city walls right here, just on the outskirts of the city. Now, while they were here, all of these beautiful cultures came here. Well, Congo Square, vicinity spot, the Homers Inn used this way to celebrate their annual corn harvest, sacred ground. The gathering of enslaved African vendors originated as early as the late 1740 during the Louisiana French colonial period under King Louis XIV. The first people to own Louisiana and is King Louis XIV. Benville and Iberville, two Frenchmen that come down from Canada. When they came here, they claimed the middle of America and honored King Louis XIV. They commissioned 3,000 Africans to build the French Quarter, where under the French colonial period, King Louis XIV, King Louis XV. Now, if you're under the French, the unique thing about the French, they're organized. If I'm a slave to the French, number one, you become captain. Number two, you have manumissions. If I die, I can free you. Number three, you can't separate a family unit. You can't sell nobody's family. Number four, if I abuse you, you could bring me to court under Code Nord. Number five, you are allowed to come out of the city right here every Sunday, 12 noon to 6 p.m. unsupervised. Bambula, Kalinda, the Congo, West African blues was here. King Louis XIV died, his brother King Louis XV takes his place. There ensued a war. During the French colonial period and continued during the Spanish colonial era as one of the city public markets. During the 7-year war between France and Spain, King Carlos II became the victor of the middle of America. The greatest thing that happened to the Africans in New Orleans was the French laws were very humane, but King Carlos, one of the first signs that this is going to be a good king, he stopped the beating and the punishment of slaves in the street. His wife didn't like to hear slaves being punished. So the Africans noticed that, hey, nobody's getting beat anymore. The second thing King Carlos did was he made a law that you can come out here, collect money, and buy your freedom, and buy the freedom of your parents or your family. So that changed the whole denomination of the slavery effect where I can purchase my freedom under the Spanish. By 1803, Congo Square became famous, gathered enslaved Africans who drum, dance, sang, and traded on Sunday afternoon, getting their freedom. By 1819, these gatherings numbers made 500-600 people. Among the most famous dancers, Bambula, Kalinda, the Congo, West African blues. These African cultural expressions gradually developed into the Mardi Gras Indian tradition. Second line, eventually New Orleans jazz, rhythm, and blues. Literally, every form of music that you hear, you can trace right back here from our ancestors who were allowed under the French. If the Americans had took over, I don't think they would allow Toby to come here and have no free time, and you wouldn't have none of the music that you have today. Imagine that. If America would have took over here first, you would have hip hop, you wouldn't have blues, you wouldn't have jazz, you wouldn't have no music.
Gospel.
Music you wouldn't have gospel, nothing. But being the French, they allowed us here. Then the Spanish allowed us not only to purchase our freedom. Now, important thing was the French Code Nord, by giving the slaves the right to bring you to court, was over in San Domingo, which had the same laws as her. When they didn't give the slave recourse, they had the Haitian Revolution. And when you had the Haitian Revolution, you had the free people of color move over here from Haiti. Free people of color are dark-skinned people of African descent who came here, rich, very rich people. I'm gonna give you a picture of 1,000 words.
Oh, before you do that, what's your name, brother?
I'm Mandela the Storyteller.
Mandela the Storyteller. Wait, Mandela?
Mandela the Storyteller. We got Nelson Mandela here.
Wait, hold up, brother. Look, you see what I got on my thing here?
Yeah.
So I want the reason why I'm doing this. I'm from here.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this because I'm moving to South Africa in June, and I got a lot of people that follow my YouTube page from South Africa, and they was asking me, "Will you take us around New Orleans to see what New Orleans look like?" And I run into a brother named what?
Mandela the Storyteller.
Man, they gonna trip out, man.
Yeah, well, we had to get Mandela in New Orleans some kind of way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we put him here.
Definitely.
These are the free people of color. During the Haitian Revolution, after the Haitian Revolution, they fled here. You're standing in the oldest Afro-American neighborhood in the United States.
What's that called?
Treme.
Treme.
So the free people of color moved here. The Africans are here. Here's these dark-skinned people speaking French, dressing very elegantly. They would mingle with the slaves, and on Sunday they would teach them French. Say bonjour, monsieur. Say bonjour, madame. As they got fluent in a language, one Sunday 100 Africans come here. They got their French lesson. They gave them their clothing. 100 Africans escaped slavery by walking away, sashaying away, saying, bonjour, madame, bonjour, monsieur. Another Sunday, 40 Africans escaped. So 140 people escaped here under the aid of the free people of color. Now, one of the people that really helped us was the Native Americans. Now, the Native Americans have a long tradition of helping Africans, and here it is. The Native Americans have a very special place in our heart. They would give us their Indian suits, and we would be disguised as Native Americans. We would make it 20, 30 minutes away to the swamp, Lake Bourne. Once you got to Lake Bourne, the Native Americans showed us how to fish, how to hunt. They gave us weapons. Certain plants you rub on you to resist the pests, the mosquitoes, and they armed us. Native Americans were very instrumental in helping Africans escape.
So brother Mandela, is that why we dress up like Native Americans?
That's why we have the Mardi Gras Indians. We're paying honor to them. The Mardi Gras Indian tradition started with the Creole Wild West, one of the first black African Indian tribes. And a Mardi Gras Indian suit takes you 11 months to hand sew. It costs between $5,000 and $15,000 to make this suit. You're only gonna wear this suit for 2 months. Mm-hmm. After the 2 months, there's an Indian song that you must make another Indian suit.
Every year around carnival time.
Every year for carnival time, you
make a new suit. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that people don't know is we have a Mardi Gras Indian song that we started here that's permeated in every culture, in every nation in the world. There's a Mardi Gras Indian song, a 250-year-old Mardi Gras Indian song that started here in the Treme. And I'm gonna give your audience who already know this song, I'm gonna give them a little something. We're gonna do this song in a call and response.
All right.
This is an actual 250-year-old Mardi Gras Indian song that was brought to popular music. Paying honor to the Native Americans, we made songs, we dressed in them, we dressed like them. 250 years later, we're still doing this. This is a 250-year-old Mardi Gras Indian song. When the Africans came here, they would do a circle and they would do call and response. I'm gonna do a call out, you're gonna respond.
Gotcha.
This is an actual Mardi Gras Indian song. My spy boy and your spy boy was sitting by the fire.
Huh.
My spy boy told your spy boy go set your flag fire.
Come on.
Hey now.
Come on.
Jagamofi na hanane.
Jagamofi nane.
250 years later, took the song. Some local ladies heard all their life called the Dixie Cups. They put in a song called Ike. Was also in a song called Rain Man. Went like this. My grandma and your grandma was sitting by the bayou.
Come on.
My grandma told your grandma,
yeah,
set your flag by you. Talking about hey now.
I go one day. Jakamofi na 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 ne. Jakamofi na ne. Yeah.
Jakamofi na ne, what that mean?
I have no idea. I've been saying it my whole life.
Jakamofi na ne comes from an Indian word that the chief used. And a lot of times, if a chief encountered another chief, every year, come the time, you make a new suit. Red, yellow, green, purple, and blue, you make a new suit. Making an Indian suit is a sacrifice. It takes you 11 months of your life. It costs you between $5,000 and $15,000. Every year you got to make a suit. In the Indian tribe, you got the big chief with the big crown. You got the wild man who protects the chief.
Yeah.
You have a block away a spy boy who can see around the corner. Then you have a flag boy who's in sight of the chief, but he's also in sight of the spy boy. Whenever a chief is encountering another chief, the spy boy has the staff. He raised the point of the staff up to the air. Do the chief want to meet him? The staff of the pointed to the ground mean don't the chief want to meet him? A lot of times the chief will say Jakamofi na ne. Once he's notified by signals that the old chief is wearing the same old suits, the chief will say Jakamofi na ne. Get up the road. I don't want to meet you. It's disrespectful not to sacrifice every year and make a new suit.
Wow.
Every year you got to make a new suit. Jakamofi na ne is a chief dissing the other chief for not doing that 11-month sacrifice. That's where that word comes from. So I make your man say Jakamofi na ne.